out just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
There we go. Check out. 380!
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Shit.
On second down, it's Hines. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
4 yards the pickup, first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Play action. It's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Luck gives this one off to Mack. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 or. You got to get the ball, D, get the ball right here, let's go. Right up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 10. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Hey, let's get there. 47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Cut.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Hines. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Out of the gun, Luck. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Hines. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on third down, Luck. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A throw by Luck complete to his tight end, Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 12, Stick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Love. His throw incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them special.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. This pass finds its way to Williams, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Stick. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
All right, 622. Watch the safety creep.
On first down, it's Hines. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Locke. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Done. 380.
Mike's 47.
I got one.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Gordon. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a real,
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
And it's 3rd down.
Off of play action. Luck. And he's got Rodgers. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. There to stop it was Darius Leonard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. Now
a pass hauled in downfield. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Rivers now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck. He completes this one to Mack. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Joey Bosa able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken very short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Just like that. Just like that.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gives him a new set of downs. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. He got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that.
And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1 and 2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Right back to him on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Come on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run it here with Gordon. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Run 80. Pretty quiet. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
One last shot now for Rivers. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.